They don't want to end their fraud racket. A lot of the politicians, they benefit from the political organizations. And so they want this racket to continue.
I mean, how bad is it that they're like, we actually are going to make it against the law for you to investigate us? We have the Stop Nick Shirley Act with all the fraud he's been exposing in California. We have a video on the Nick Shirley Act.
What do you think about the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
I love him.
They don't want to end their fraud racket. A lot of the politicians, they benefit from the political organizations. And so they want this racket to continue. They don't want the truth to get out.
Stop fraud investigations. But you're the one who signed off and you're a co-author of it. They are trying to pass the Stop Nick Shirley Act. The official title of this bill is AB 2624. And today we're going to be confronting the legislators that are trying to pass this bill. And if this bill were to get passed, instead of going after the fraudsters, they're trying to make it criminal to go after the people that are committing this fraud. For instance, it would become criminal to film and reveal info on taxpayer-funded immigration services like healthcare, which would include daycare.
How convenient for the Democrats.
Oh my God, they're all so shady.
Yeah.
Counseling services, translation services, and immigration legal services. So, for instance, if the Quality Learning Center was outside of California, it would be illegal.
I want one of those hoodies.
You know what's fun? Okay, so once again, you see that he's going and trying to talk to them, and they're literally just dismissing him like he's some crazy homeless person.
He confronted like all of the authors and co-signers on the bill, and they're like, I don't know anything about it. I'm like, okay, if that is true, which is also very likely because most of these legislators don't even look at what they're signing. They don't author the bills.
Yeah.
Their staff do everything. They don't pay attention to what they're signing off on or authoring whatsoever. So very, very likely that they haven't even read the bill themselves. But even if they have, and just to not answer a journalist,
you work for us
again, you work for us. Yes, you do owe us answers. I'm so sorry. You may not like it, but you do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm just like, don't you guys enjoy your, like, what? Every time I hear a salary, they're like getting like $700,000 a year.
They get, I'm pretty sure California state legislators get like $120,000 a year in salary, but they also get housing paid for. They get actual stipends. And then, of course, anything basically everything that they do, like most of their food, because they're traveling so much or they're doing work events, all of that's paid for. Like, so 90% of their actual expenses are on the taxpayer dollars dime anyways, or their campaign funds.
Yeah.
So realistically,
and you think they're not
literally
pay for
their we literally
and
pay
everyone
for their
wants
entire
to
life.
work with them. Like
they get their salary, and then they get something like a $5,000 a month stipend for housing. So, like,
and then we have the fraud on the show.
Entire life. Exactly.
Yeah, and then it's like, what? Remember, they were taking safaris on our tab. They were flying first class to New York on our tab.
That was the insurance commissioner. Yeah,
and I'm like, what is happening? Meanwhile, I'm like bleeding tax money for these people to like say they hate me and not answer our questions
and take luxury vacations and all these things for free.
And okay, so we have a hospice video from Nick.
This is the fraud that we're talking about in California, that they're trying to make illegal for him to expose.
Answer the question, what's the need for 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA? Do you have the paperwork to enroll?
What is that?
You don't know what's going on.
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California. That there is $6,000 per beneficiary. Can you give us any explanation? Where can we open a hospice at? Get a Maybach just like you.
A fucking Maybach.
California may have the largest amount of fraud in the country, as California is the state with the highest taxes and collects more money than any other state in America. It is filled with fraud. California's version of Medicaid, called Medi-Cal, has more than doubled since 2022 from $108 billion to a proposed
that's natural.
$2 billion in 2026. Their population.
I was going to say, the enrollment rate didn't go up remotely. It went up like maybe a couple percentage points.
Yeah.
There's no reason for doubling the Medi-Cal budget.
Isn't all of this public when he goes and stops these people? And
it's all public information. He's just showing up at the locations. He's just showing up at the locations that are all public record.
That's what I'm saying. He's showing up to public locations and they're slamming the door.
Exactly.
That's what I don't understand. You know what's really funny, and I don't understand this? Like, I listen to some podcasts. They're supposed to be more like comedy. But they all like hate on Nick Shirley, which I don't understand. And it doesn't matter. I don't care about his background. I just care that he is exposing stuff that needs to be exposed. Because I'm like, why aren't you mad? It's your money. But then they're like, all this Somalian stuff was literally exposed years ago. And I go,
okay, but none of you were talking about it. The government's not doing anything about it, or hasn't been doing anything about it. So why exactly is that a bad thing? Even if it was all discovered prior. You guys aren't changing anything.
No.
You're not stopping the fraud. So
it's getting worse.
It's literally getting worse, and now you're getting upset at him for talking about it? Oh, God forbid.
That's what I don't understand. They're like making fun of him, and I'm like, it's your money, dumbass. You don't care? You think if you don't talk about this, like, I mean, how bad is it that they're like, we actually are going to make it against the law for you to investigate us?
Right? Well, like, look, I'm sorry. I don't really want a single tax dollar of mine to go overseas in any way, shape, or form, let alone be shipped out of the country by fraudsters to a third world hellhole terrorist state.
Yeah.
Not interested in it. So sorry. And I'm upset if even like a penny of my tax dollars go.
Yeah.
So we're talking about hundreds of millions, if not billions being shipped out of the country to these nations.
Well, because we know we're not getting accurate reporting. That's why I'm like, you guys, if they say that it's $100 million, you should assume it's $1 billion.
Yeah. To be so honest with you. Yeah. And guess what all this is going towards? Funding terrorism.
Yep.
So just think about that for a second.
Yeah, I'm like, if you guys are upset about how much the wars costs, like, shouldn't you be upset about this? That's why I don't understand making fun of someone who's doing something good, and it's also your money, but it's just, I don't know. There's no point in talking to people on the other side of the spectrum because they're fucking clinically insane.
No, but of course they're going around saying that this isn't, like, about Nick Shirley. And it's very blatantly about Nick Shirley. Yeah. Assembly member David Tongipaw like points this out because of course all the Democrats are fighting against it, that this has nothing to do with Nick Shirley.
Oh, it's about protecting
it's not gonna affect them. Exactly. It's about protecting the workers and the owners of these.
Not even working. There's no kids anywhere.
No, exactly. But it's just so funny. They try and deflect in
Is this person for it or against it?
No, this is David. He's for it.
Okay.
Or like for the against the Stop Nick Shirley Act, but he's
correcting them.
No, literally, all the Democrats are.
Okay, so that's admitting. Okay, here's the fucking thing about these Democrats. It's like if you are like against voter ID, it's because you're cheating. Because there's no other logical form besides you. Your excuse is you think black people are retarded, which is literally
or women
are
incapable.
Married women are also retarded. Capable somehow. Never heard of that until recently. And then if you're against this, it's because you're a Democrat and you're part of the fraud, because I think they're all part of it because there's enough money to go around to keep them all in line. So it's like that's the only excuse. And I don't understand defending this.
No. Well, and look, the thing with voter ID specifically, the large majority of the country is in favor of it.
And they block it.
Republicans, Democrats, Independents, all of them.
Democracy, right?
Exactly. They always want to scream and cry about democracy and how when Republicans win, democracy is just being eroded and like this, that, and the other. Oh, I guess it's only democracy when Democrats are winning or cheating to win.
And redistricting. So Republicans, even in a Republican state, have like almost no say, which is what they're trying to do. And also Huntington Beach, because that's where all the Republicans are. So like, ooh, let's just take that and group it into where there's more Democrats so they won't have any say.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. I mean, we consistently in California vote 40% at least Republican, and yet
zero representation.
We have like maybe 14% representation in Congress now with the redistricting. I think it might be even less. So
yeah,
please
freaks are supposed to represent us.